Betsy was born very normal birth and everything went well up until she was 8 weeks old, and she'd lost a substantial amount of weight, so we took her to A&E at that point. I mean, from there it's been a real roller coaster. She was very floppy, her muscles weren't working in a particular way, and the only way we really noticed that was comparing her to her cousin, who was a month younger, and he was active and moving and she just was a little bit limp. So we had a clinic appointment in Manchester, and at that point the words mitochondria were mentioned. Unfortunately, we did the foolish thing of going onto Google, and we got horrendous stories that caused us to have breakdowns, both myself and Paddy, Betsy's dad. It put a lot of pressure on our relationship as parents and as partners, because you have an idea of what you're expecting when you have a child, and it didn't really go the way that we'd hoped. But just because she's different doesn't mean it's negative, and actually it's made us all stronger as a family. And as I say, she's coming along marvellously, and we just have to adjust because things are different. So she's not walking yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she won't walk. And she's had a nasogastric tube, but now she doesn't need it at the moment, and that's fantastic. And it's taught us just to live in the present, and that's the biggest challenge that we've all had, is not planning. Everything else at the moment with Betsy is developing well. She is very social. Her communication skills are excellent. But she's happy. She's very clever. She can be quite manipulative, and she certainly rules the roost in our house. I think it's that idea of hope, and there's not a lot of it out there when you type in mitochondrial disease, but there are positive cases, and there are families that have learnt to deal with it. And I think we're probably one that we're getting there. And I think that's maybe the main message.